A very good Monday morning to you. My name is Daniel Wahome and welcome to Sports Check on KBC Channel 1. It is the penultimate Monday of the year 2021, the 20th day of December 2021. And you know what? If you put the dates of the day and the month plus the year, you'd have an anagram of some sort. So it's going to be quite some interesting one. And let's see how we're going to flip all this throughout today. Lots happening in the country, a lot of things that we're going to keep up when it comes to the news. In our general news outlook, the Council of Governors is holding a press conference today. Our reporter is John Jacob Curie. They're having a meeting. It has already started and will be briefed just around noon. And they're looking at the health situation in the country and the preparedness of that. Then we also have got the Inspector General of Police, and our reporter Zainab is going to be there. He's going to be briefing us on the security situation going into the festive season, plus also the usual politics. And from the courts, FKF President Nick Mwendwa expected to go and have his pre-trial conference today. That's happening at the court. Our court team will be keeping us updated on that event. But as you can see on the background, it's all Sports Check, and we are going to have conversations. We are going to be talking about motorsport. The African rally champion and Kenyan rally champion, Tundo, is on standby from France, and he is going to be joining us in just a short while. Plus also, let's talk about chess, the game, the sport that is played by kings and generals. So we're going to be speaking to young chess players. The African under-17 champion, she has been here with us, and we're going to hear from her, Masi Ingado, and also we're going to have Louis Nkube. He is the president of the Africa Chess Confederation. And what about the Toyota Gazoo Racing team principal, Yari Mati Latvala? He is going to be speaking to us from 11, and the usual conversation around football. On the bottom right of your picture, we've got our sign language interpreter, Lensa Odingo. Straight into interviews. And this year, we had somebody pick a rare double in motorsport, Tundo. He is one person who would say a second-generation rally driver, but also we saw him introduce a third-generation Tundo into rallying. That's the conversation that we're going to have right now. And on Thursday night, Tundo was feted alongside his longtime navigator, Tim Jessup, and this was for the FIA Africa Rally Championship. He joins us from Col France. I know he's wishing he was in Kenya, but it's raining out here. Carl, a very good morning to you. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Comment ça va? How are you?
I'm doing very well, and I'm sure you had everything about the introductions, but it's been a topsy-turvy year for you. But let's talk about the number 5. A 5th National Rally Championship for you, and a 5th African title. Dave Horsey in 84, Just Richard in 2015, Don Smith in 2016, and then we had Manville Barian doing it from 2017 to 2019. What was the feeling for you in the season?
Yeah, it's been a great season actually. To be able to compete in the local championship and in the ARC, it's just been a special year. There's not much more to say about it. It's just been go from the beginning and quite tiring, I would say. It's been a long season, obviously having to juggle both the African and the Kenya championship. But it's been fun. It's been a great experience. You know, you take these things as they come, and here we are.
Well, the season for you, let's start on the local scene, didn't start the way you'd have loved, especially that it was your home rally, the Rift Valley Motorsports Club event. Then after that, it was the Equator Rally. How would you take a look at, what you picked up from the opening round? You got a DNF, a did not finish, then the Equator Rally. We'll be coming into more details about that.
Yeah, so the DNF, that's always upsetting to be the first round of the championship, but these things happen, and you always say if you fail early, then it gets easier, sort of, not easier, but you've still got a chance sort of throughout the rest of the season. Yeah, it was just one of those bad rallies. Something broke, car failed, and we didn't finish. And then the Equator, we came in with a bang, which was really awesome. It was my first time to drive an R5 VW. It was a wet rally, which I love and thrive in, and it all seemed to work like clockwork. So from lows to highs straight away, and obviously the Equator is a bigger round, so to speak. So yeah.
Well, Carl, let's talk about, for you driving the R5, Minty Motorsport, Joey Goze came in and, he had these cars, he wanted to participate in some of the rallies, but he brought in his car and you have 4 days to get used to it. What was that feeling of adapting from, the R4 Evolution 10, the Mitsubishi Evo, and moving on to this nimble car?
Yeah, it was very interesting, and I've never rallied a left-hand drive car either, so took a bit of getting used to. Well, a couple of laps of testing. It's so much different. Obviously it's got a sequential gearbox. The other one has an H box, a normal standard. Well, it's a crash box. But actually, it's a very forgiving car. It's a very easy car to drive, I would say, so to speak, with all the cars that I've driven. It's extremely powerful and got a lot of torque, so it gets you out of trouble quite quickly. So yes, it was. My navigator used to complain that I was on his side of driving, sort of in the middle of the road, and he was over in the bushes. But once you got the hang of it, it was. It's a very awesome car to drive.
So let's talk about this. I think this was the next event was Safari, and a little bit of emotion knowing that the larger team that we got, the Menengai rallying team, you rally under one brand, and then we had Tej. We say Tej strong these days. We wish him all the best on car and Baldy. Then you also had Eric Bengi also within that outfit. How was the Safari for you as a team competing in the WRC event against the more powerful cars that ISO come from Ford, Hyundai, and also from Toyota?
To do that, to race against the best, but it was tough. It was really hard, and for Onkar, I'd say more tougher, and he sort of excelled and came to the forefront in that. With his brother having the big accident, not knowing what the outcome was going to be. But yeah, the experience was awesome, and I think the country thrived from having the WRC here, and long may it last. And long may it last. So you saw how many fans and spectators there were out and about, and one whole hustle and bustle. It was just brilliant to have it back. I in my career when the WRC ended, so to speak. And this was, I would say, them coming back, this was 10 times more exciting and better presented at the country. So I think it's done wonders, especially presented that feedback, and having Surinder and Amina Mohammed sort of involved in the FIA. I think it's just brilliant, and onwards and upwards, so to speak.
Well, something else is that with Minty, after your win at the Equator Rally, Minty then involved you in the Africa Rally Championship. You went into rally in Tanzania, and then we had you rallying in Zambia. What were your experiences in these two events in the ARC calendar?
Yeah, so once the ARC was over and we did quite well, Joey sort of kindly sort of suggested that I had a African Championship, and then we went down to Tanzania, and Zambia and Rwanda. They were all fantastic rounds in their own right. But I tell you, doing the African Championship logistically is a tough one. You actually you win the rally, I suppose, win the championship, I'd say, if you can logistically manage getting to all these places and getting the teams down there and getting the cars there. You know what it's like to cross our African borders. It's not the easiest job
anyway, Carl,
to do. Yes? Sorry.
All right, Carl, let me just interrupt you slightly, and we'll come back to you, and you can tell us the story, because, as you were speaking, people were getting the pictures of your rally of Tanzania.
And Carl Tundo, he is the African Rally champion, and we were having a conversation about his times here. So let us now go back to Carl Tundo, who's speaking to us in France. And Carl, we were talking about getting involved in the Africa Rally Championships, and you traveling down to Tanzania and to Zambia. You could tell us about your experiences there and how for example the Tanzanians responded to seeing fast Kenyans. It was a battle between you and Karan Patel in Tanzania, for example.
Yeah, as I said, I'm not sure how much you got before we got interrupted. The logistics of getting to all these places is quite challenging, and that sort of, I suppose, hardens the actual championship, the events. So Tanzania was a fantastic event, but we had to travel all over. Quite a lot of traffic in Dar es Salaam. The battle between Karen and I, as we had in Rwanda as well, was fantastic. Tanzanians were extremely hospitable. They were such a welcoming lot. Their motorsport's thriving. It was a great experience. Same as Zambia. Everyone has just been super supportive of us going to all these events. It's been great because, as an experience, we've got to meet lots of people around the continent, seeing how big motorsport is around the continent and how much.
Well, looks like we may have lost Carl. I know my producer Frank is going to be taking a look at that. Speaking with Carl Tundo, he won the 2021 Africa Rally Championship, and having won that championship, he won the Equator Rally, he won in Tanzania, he won in Zambia, and he also won the Mountain Gorilla Rally that was held in Rwanda. He did not have to enter the South African Rally. He already had the championship wrapped up in advance, and he was feted on Thursday at the FIA Awards Gala, one of those events that was taking place as they celebrated that. Also, for Carl, he also won the Kenya National Rally Championship. He won for the rallies. He had podiums in collecting 187 points in all that. Made the podium, won 3 rallies, collected all right, and he also made podium in 4 other rallies. It was his 5th national title. So let's come back to Carl. So sorry about that. Technology does strange things at times. So Carl, back to you on the hospitality that you saw in Zambia.
Yeah, Zambia as well. Everyone around the continent has been fantastic, and it's been an awesome experience for us. It's just getting to these places. I suppose, had all the borders and crossings and trying to just get to these guys.
Well, a little bit of breakup in the sound, and looks like his picture is a little bit frozen from yeah. All right. So yes, Carl, you can continue.
As we see pictures of you in action at the Zambia rally, which was all about the arches and the loops.
No, I was just thanking everyone that was in and around the continent that has assisted and helped make this experience for me an awesome yeah.
So Carl, let's talk about another interesting rally. And before we do that,
can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you, Carl. So let's talk about something. And as you went to Rwanda, this is a fan story. You and Tim rode on borders to the airport. What was the whole idea about, using that kind of public transport and the thrill of, on 2 wheels? So as you went on to win the championship.
We actually just got stuck in the traffic, sort of going out on Mombasa Road, with the roadworks going on, and we were definitely going to miss our flights if we stayed in cars. So as you do, you jump on a boat of water. And we made it, which was, it got us to do the event.
All right.
But it was just out of desperation we needed to get back.
So here it is. You won the Africa Rally Championship in Rwanda, and this is what it comes with. Hyundai are going to give you an i20 Rally 2 car for one event. What would you be looking at? Which event would you be looking at when it comes to using that Rally 2 car?
We're undecided. We're thinking, because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, to go something like Sweden in the snow and see how we do. But ultimately, I think I would fare best in Kenya, because I know the terrain. I've rallied there for so many years, and the fans are all there, hopefully looking to see us in an i20. But the opportunity in and around the globe is just huge. I definitely won't touch tarmac, because I am absolutely awful on tarmac. So I don't know yet. We're waiting for the phone call, and then we can decide if they give us an option.
Something else is that you put out on social media is that after winning the KNRC, the Evo is up for sale. I may not have the details of pockets, but what would you be looking at as a new ride for the next year, or would you be looking for a similar car?
No, I have no plans for this coming year. Obviously, I will have discussions with Minty about the R5 for the African Championship. But the local championship, maybe it's time to, as someone wrote to me and told me that the old guard should stand aside for the new guard, and I should go gardening. He obviously wasn't that much of a fan. I don't know, to be honest. As I said, I'd get over Christmas and New Year, take a rest, and then next year see what springs in front of me, because obviously opportunities, hopefully, if you're looking for them, sort of can come to the forefront. But for the local championship, we will tone it down a bit, maybe not do all the rounds, and maybe use my classic car for a few for now.
Something else, as a dad, this was something special for you. I know your dad has always been there telling all of his friends, that's my boy. You have the chance to say, that's my boy, when your son Billy joined the autocross championship. What was it like having, for you standing on the autocross track and seeing your son in action?
Yeah, it's an awesome feeling, and I think if you're a dad, you'll only know that feeling. I mean, it's quite exciting. It's definitely nerve-wracking, more nerve-wracking than you getting in a car. But that's another thing I might concentrate on this year is sort of seeing Billy he enjoyed it so much and wants to continue. So maybe that's sort of a direction I can head in for the time being. Just get him going in his motorsport journey, if that's what he wants. And I have a daughter as well, who's probably doubly as mad as he is, so she might be a bit better.
Well, it runs in the Tundo family. We've seen Tash, we've seen your dad Frank, and we've seen you. Something else that I would like to, something that came up around the safari, you were picked up to mentor the FIA World Rally Star drivers. Talking about Jeremy, Wahome, Makre Kimathi, and Hamza Anwar. What's the message that you'd like to pass to this young generation of drivers?
The main thing is go out there and enjoy it. The minute that you are stressed and looking to perform is when you won't. So I would say just enjoy yourselves to the max and enjoy every experience, whether it's a failure or whether it's a victory. Just enjoy the whole experience and you'll do well. And that's what I try and tell them during events and around events. Is just calm down, relax. Don't get excited about spectator stages and things like that, because that's where you'll make mistakes. So it's a whole, just good luck is all I'm saying. They're good, talented kids.
All right. Thank you very much, Carl. I know you're enjoying the holidays, and congratulations again on being feted at the FIA Awards. Kenyan number 5 on a year when, Carl Tundo, Kenya National Rally Championship number 5, the 5th Kenyan to win the Africa Rally Championship after Dave Horsey in 1984, Jasprit Chate in 2015, Don Smith in 2016, and Manvir Barian 2017 through 2019. Congratulations, and we hope to see you taking that up. And we've got the Classic Rally coming up. Are we going to be seeing you and your father in the triumph of the Classic Rally, by the way?
Yes, definitely. That's I'm going for a win there as well.
Well,
thank you.
Wish you all. Yeah, we wish you all the best. Enjoy the holidays. Special regards to the family out there. I know you're with your family. Let them have all the fun, and hope to see you next year.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks to all the fans who have supported me.
All right. The message to the fans from Carl Tundo, he said the most urgent thing that should ever be said. Thank you for the support.
African and national and Kenya National Rally Champion who is speaking to us from Paris, France, and this is about the 2021 season. We thank him for his time, and let's see what's in store for him next year. We shall be taking a short break, and when we get back, let's get to the naughty stuff. Chess, the game played by the generals and by the kings. African Chess Confederation President Louis Ntube is going to be joining us for that interview, and we shall also be joined by the Africa Schools Under-17 champion, Mercy Ingando. She's going to be here, and Jamie Kanango, who won a bronze in the Under-13 class. And you know what? They're going to give us a demonstration of a rapid chess game at the end of this interview after they give us their experiences at last week's Africa School Championships. After this short break.